Hello and welcome to the Fantasy Threesome FPL podcast. Yes, hello there. We are still in the midst of game week 8, but so far it's not been a high scoring one for many, I believe. I am here with this man. How are you, sir?
I'm good, but yeah, I am one of the many who is suffering with FPL this week, shall we say?
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry, because I'm sure this person will be too.
No, Mikey, no, Mikey, that was so not right.
Yeah, look, it's fair to say I am, lads. 32 points. I'm not sure where that leaves me, but 32 points so far this week.
Yeah, so it's been another game week where Haaland has blanked third week in a row. I believe that is the first time he's ever blanked 3 game weeks in a row since joining the Premier League.
Wow, sad to see. It really was.
Great news for you, Michael. Great news for you. But yeah, he was atrocious yesterday. Barely got a kick, did he? He was completely anonymous. So yeah, maybe it's time to ship him out. Maybe that's one to discuss.
I mean, it's going to be on a lot of people's minds that Ollie Watkins is in form, has good fixtures, but also the other side of the coin is Man City have got like Southampton or someone ridiculous.
Southampton next, and lads, for the first time this season, I've officially transferred the boy in.
Who?
After
the boy
Haaland.
Just as people have started to take him out, I'm going to bring him in. It's perfect timing.
Oh, I'm not having Haaland. I'm not a sheep. I don't follow.
I don't, but he is home to Southampton.
Yeah. At the moment, look like absolute cannon fodder.
Oh, Michael, that's lazy.
It's not lazy. It's cost me 3 transfers, so it's far from lazy.
It has.
Oh, so what transfers have you done there then?
Well, I've got rid of Diaz, and
yeah, he's. I bet he's left a lot of teams.
He's got to go.
Solanke's gone, and Gabriel has gone.
Oh wow! Okay.
I've bought in Rico Lewis, Haaland, and Maddison.
I bought Maddison in this week for Diaz. It's not that much fun. I mean, he's the ultimate trap. I think I messaged you when I got him in. He's the ultimate trap, but I kind of want Kulusevski, who was cheaper, but I just thought long term, I don't know if Kulusevski's going to hold his place, but Kulusevski's he looks so good. So anyway, so you've got Haaland in. I think it's pretty close between the three of us, isn't it?
It is pretty close.
Is it close for you though, Phil?
Yeah, well, I mean, who have you still got to play tonight?
Well, I don't have the woodchopper, so yeah, I'm sat here on a paltry 29 points, all done.
Yeah, there you go. Whereas, yeah, I mean, I could overtake you tonight. Then I'd guess. Yeah. Well, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You need the woodchopper to score about 6 goals to go above me, but that's fine. You never know.
Well, yeah. I mean, don't disrespect the woodchopper. You've got to believe.
It's a funny old week because one of you two should have been having your captain's pick this week, and you managed to blag you out of that.
That went really well because Captain
Haaland. Yeah, did well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, fair enough. But yes, Liam Delap was my pick, and he scored. Happy days.
So it's game week 8. All my defenders have played. The only player I've got left is Chris Wood. So I've now had 8 weeks of FPL so far, and I've checked through. In that 8 weeks, I've only got 5 clean sheets across all my teams, all my defenders. 5 clean sheets. It's unfathomably bad. This week, I started Van de Ven 1 point, Greaves didn't play, injured, Konsa didn't play, so I got Vandenberg coming off the bench for a point, and my last defender, Twanzebe, got his hand doing the washing up, so he can play either. So between 5 defenders this week, I got 2 points. What is the point?
Yeah, defenders are not on top, are they, so far?
They're not, but actually, if you look at in terms of the most clean sheet points handed out, Trent has been on top, and I've had him, which has been nice. But yeah, Liverpool assets are the ones for clean sheets kept.
Well,
so far,
it's a funny time of year when after game week 8, the most informed defenders are Justin James, your friend, who you mentioned on our first ever podcast.
Indeed.
And Ashley Young, who's rolling back the years.
Goodness me.
Yeah, he's just Mr. Consistent. Everton, of course, since I took Pickford out, have kept a couple of clean sheets now. They're doing a lot better, and they look good. What is noticeable is that all of the top teams are gettable. This year, I think the gap has closed between the mid-tier teams and the top teams, and people aren't scared to attack them.
Well,
and so
Bournemouth
go on, mate.
As you can say, Bournemouth only got their second ever win against Arsenal. Wolves were a little bit unfortunate to lose against Man City. So, yeah, Liverpool, I think, are getting the results, but I don't think they're necessarily playing brilliantly. So, yeah, I just hope we're in for a title race as well. But no, agreed. The fact that you got the likes of Brighton as well. Brighton. I mean, I had an absolute mare here, boys. I'll say about this one, Danny Welbeck, who was getting me in the points and get me above you two. I stupidly decided to take him out because I looked at their fixtures. They had Spurs and Newcastle, and of course he scored in both games. But don't worry, because I took him out for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's got 4 points across the 2 games. I mean, in that Ipswich game alone at the weekend, he could have had a hat trick. So yeah, maybe he'll come good eventually. But that has not been a good move for me.
But you just have to, if you look at the most informed players at the top, you've got Palmer and Salah, fine. But then really, you've got all the way down to probably number 20-ish, 15-ish on the list, which is Saka. It's mid-range players. Maddison, Watkins and Burmo, Raul Jimenez, Johnson, Rodgers, who again I benched this week, thank you. Jorginho from Brighton, Martinelli, Welbeck, Pickford, McNeil, Justin, Antonio, Kovacic. None of these players are the sort of default picks. In Watkins and Burmo maybe, but so maybe this is the season for being brave and not just following the crowd.
Well, absolutely. I'm going against the flow. Only dead fish go with the flow, lads. And I'm swimming upstream.
Only dead fish swim with the tide, isn't it?
Whatever.
Well, unless you're flushing them, I suppose.
Whatever.
In which case they do. Yeah.
I just love the fact that both of you gave me absolute pelters in our very first pod of the season about having bloody Jamie Vardy in my team. He was only going to be on my bench, incidentally. And now you've both got him, and look at the points he's getting.
6 after 2-1 and 2.
Yeah, but look, it's more than Dominic Calvert-Lewin, put it that way.
Well, Vardy for me, my plan is, I was really hoping Foden would start because City's fixtures are very good. And Salah had been playing really poorly, but I think he played well yesterday. My plan was this week, Salah and Vardy to Foden and Watkins. And I thought, that's a nice little move. I got 2 good players there, but Foden still isn't getting the game time. And City do not look great.
They don't. And actually, yeah, Foden, I'd be interested to see a minute comparison between Foden and Ismail Assar. I don't think there's going to be a lot in it at this stage.
One to watch.
Well, Sarr is up tonight, obviously, against the Woodchoppers. So
of course, yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing. A little sympathy, please, for my middle daughter this week, who had Saliba against Bournemouth, so red card there. But she also had a defender, maybe Konsa, who didn't play. But her first defensive sub is Anderson of Fulham, who also got sent off.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
2 of her 3 defenders got sent off this week. I think there's 5 sendings off on Saturday.
Yeah, quick story on that one. So was working the game as a stadium announcer, and where I stand in the tunnel, you have the producers and the floor managers for Premier League productions, and in this case Sky. Were there obviously doing the game as well. So it's quite a busy tunnel, and we're all stood there between the dugouts, trying to keep an eye on what's going on, speaking with the fourth official, etc., etc. Anyway, every week that Sky are there, the floor manager comes to me and says, is there anybody famous or anybody prominent up in the executive area above us, above the dugout? I always take a quick look, and more often than not, it's a no. And I couldn't see anybody this week until about 15 minutes into the game. He said, "I don't believe it, Andrew Lloyd Webber." I was like, "Whoa, all right, missed that one." So we've had a few down the years. I've been up there and got a few selfies over the years. So Bobby Charlton, Michael McIntyre, I forget it. Oh, Gareth Southgate, Stuart Pearce. There's been a few down the years, but yeah, Andrew Lloyd Webber. I misheard. It was Howard Webb. Yeah,
Howard Webb, who it seems did tell them to send Saliba, if you believe what you read online.
He didn't know. Yeah, believe everything. Yeah, that's nonsense. I on Andrew Lloyd Webber, I don't like him. I don't rate him.
You don't rate him or you don't like him? Because they are two different things.
I don't like him, which has made me not rate him. I think he adores himself, and at one point he got involved in choosing the Eurovision song, which is not his place. Thank you and good day.
Yeah.
And I think the way he conducted himself on that program made him seem a bit annoying.
Who do you dislike more, him or Arteta?
Probably Arteta. Yeah, I mean he hasn't done any work with Jason Donovan as far as I'm aware. So
no.
Probably Arteta. And it was lovely to get one over on Arteta this week. But it is worth saying that Bournemouth, before the sending off, was still playing well.
Yeah, we was fairly even. I thought 11v11 wasn't a great game to watch, was it? But no, I thought we were well worthy of the points. And yeah, we're certainly, considering we played the likes of Chelsea and Newcastle and now Arsenal at home, we're doing really well.
It was classic watching that game at home, and you're 2-0 up, you're against 10 men, 93 minutes on the clock, and I'm still thinking we're going to lose this. We're gonna find a way to lose this.
We're not Southampton, Phil.
Or Everton. It was a glorious day, wasn't it? Not only did obviously we win, but Southampton losing like that in the last minute as well. Russell Martin feels like it could be on his last legs after he's throwing his players under the bus. So that's potentially one to watch.
I think that'd be really harsh.
It would be, but when you start doing that,
he'd eat himself if he could. Smug.
Really, also, Andrew Lloyd Webber?
No, definitely dyeing his beard.
We're over that. Definitely
dyeing his beard.
Who, Arteta?
No, Russell Martin.
Russell Martin.
Oh yeah, Russell Martin.
But just for men.
Yeah. Mike would know that. Mike knows the game, doesn't he?
You know it. Yeah. Takes one to know one. Right. So should we do a quiz? Because I do believe it's time for one of you two to get your captain's picked.
Why? Why one of us two?
Because I won the last punt.
We haven't done a punt for ages.
Liam Delap. 2 weeks.
Feels like you're living in the past, Mike.
Yeah,
no, because this happened before. Last time I won a punt, we seems to be a bit of a pattern emerging here, lads. I've got a quiz ready. One of you two is getting your captain picked.
But who by? Because the punt tweet hasn't gone out. You haven't kept up with the admin.
By me.
Yeah, not a chance. That's not a rule. There's no way that's happening, son.
Well, I think listeners maybe could enter a ballot to be able to pick your team.
Oh, I like it.
Enter a ballot?
Yeah, to pick your captain. Come on. Play by the rules.
Just let him have his moment, Phil. Just let him have it. You know you're still going to win the league. It'll be fine.
But that's not the point. I just Michael getting involved. So if you've got a quiz,
it's the pure principle, lads. Twice I've won the punt this season, and twice you've then followed it up the following by A, not doing a show, and B, not putting a tweet out.
That was your fault on both occasions. You
it?
Didn't put a tweet out. You didn't record the show.
Look, we haven't got time for a production meeting here live on pod. Just press the music.
Have you got a quiz ready, Mike?
Yes, I have. Yeah, we're ready. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Oh, it's time for play or cheese. Is he a player? Is he cheese? Cloud Rock.
Is it? I'm just assuming it's player or cheese. Is it?
It's not player or cheese.
It's the quiz. 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 It's the quiz.
Just quickly, well done to Anthony's son Ollie, who I've been given a bit of guidance, not like verbally or indeed through text, but just through the power of the mind. and he had Clivert this week for his 11 points. So well done, well done, that
beautiful
man.
move. That he's now 1 point above you, but he doesn't have the wood chopper tonight.
Yeah, that is probably going to cause a chasm. I would imagine for young Ollie. He's going to be a long way behind not having the wood chopper. I was going to captain the wood chopper. I changed it at the last minute to Erling Haaland, but we all make mistakes. Anyway, Michael, you've got a quiz.
Right, okay, so I've got 10 teams here, lads. All I want you to do, I'm gonna read you a shirt sponsor. I want you to tell me which team has this sponsor. Simple as this, simple as.
Oh, this feels very 2022.
And let me tell you now, you've won.
I don't know about you, but it feels very 2022. Okay, so
hang on, so what the sponsors are for?
I'm going to give you a sponsor, and I want you to tell me which shirt the sponsor features on.
And is it current?
Yeah, this season.
And are we just shouting, or is it one at a time?
You're going to take it in turns, lads. You're going to take it in turns. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, who's go first? Toss a coin.
Ant can.
All right.
Yeah. Very gracious of you.
The first sponsor up is Betano. Betano.
Wolves.
It's not Betano. I mean, I've got a colleague to my left who is.
Do we have a chance to steal?
Oh, he can't play. He cannot play. Yes, Phil, you do get a chance to steal.
Okay, I'm going to go with Forest.
Oh, it's not Forest. It's Aston Villa. Aston Villa was the answer I was looking for.
Need to work harder on their advertising there.
Sorry, do forgive me, lads. Live in the podcast, colleagues saying something about 40 million. 40 million what? What, for Aston Villa? 40 million quid, lads. There you go. A bit of insight.
Yeah, it's very that's insight. Thank you.
Next up then, SBO Top, please, Phil. SBO Top.
They're all betting companies. I
don't like the fact that we're giving all these betting companies air. Maybe you could just you could blank out the middle of their sponsor so we don't actually endorse them on the pod.
I'm so sorry about this, but yeah, it is the game. So SBO Top.
Wolves. No, can I change my answer?
You
Fulham.
Can.
I think it's Fulham.
It is Fulham. Congratulations.
One up you go, young man.
Yeah, very good, very good. Right, we go to Ant, and we are looking at BC Game. BC Game. Could we have some tension music, please, Phil?
I don't know. I think the other podcast has tension music. This one.
I think this.
No, not appropriate.
No, it's not erotic.
Appropriate. No.
Fine.
I think this one could be Ipswich.
Oh, it's not Ipswich, Ant. So, Phil, you can steal.
What's the words?
BC Game.
BC Game. Birmingham City Game. Not in the Premier League. Southampton.
It's not Southampton, so you can steal, Ant.
What is Ant? It was Ant's guess.
It was my guess.
I'm so sorry. Carnage here. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. And again, no. Right. BC Game was Leicester City. So hard luck. Phil, we go to you. And Snapdragon.
Oh, Manchester United.
Manchester United is correct. You take a 2-0 lead. Anthony, Standard Charter.
Oh, God, what is this?
Oh, it's Liverpool, isn't it?
It is Liverpool. Well done.
Thank you.
Next up, then, we have got Rollbit.
Big Ben.
Rollbit. ROLLBIT.
Is that a gambling company or?
Well, yes. But whose shirt sponsor are they?
I don't know.
Dead air is a crime, Phil.
Okay. Southampton again.
It is Southampton. Well done.
Shammy little son of a gun.
Well done. Which
I'm looking forward to Mike picking your captain.
I think makes this null and void, lads.
No, because if Ant
no,
steals
it's only
mine,
free
in
one.
fairness,
Oh, okay, all right then. So, Ant, your chance to steal if you get this right. We
steal
are.
if he gets it right.
I
You
don't
are
know
not
what I'm
less
saying.
Dennis.
That's a lot.
Somebody
going
needs
on.
some caffeine.
I'll be honest, I'm in a very noisy office today, trying to host. It's not the most professional of
It
setups.
feels like you're struggling because you've had a bad week.
No. Well, for the first time this season. Anyway, Sela, Sela, Sela.
Oh, that's Newcastle.
That is Newcastle.
Oh, that's good, Ant. Mohamed Salah.
Thank you.
Okay, keeps you in the game. We move then to Phil, and Phil has whoever's next on my list here. Plus minus equals plus.
That's Ipswich.
That is Ipswich, and you take the win. Congratulations, Phil. Anthony, or indeed a listener will be picking your captain this week.
It's just going to be easier if you do it, Mike, because unless you're putting
it's going to be easier, is it? It's gonna be
I
easier.
reckon so.
Okay, something we probably should have discussed prior to the quiz.
I feel like I'm being screwed over here, but that's fine. Whatever makes you feel better, boys.
I'll tell you what, Ant, we can spin the wheel live to see who your captain's going to be in a minute, and you can pick 5 players. How about that?
All right, that's exciting.
Phil, play the music.
What music?
The quiz outro. Come on, quiz outro.
This is going so well today.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Right. Oh no. Well, just assume. Okay. Here
It's the quiz. 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 It's the quiz.
Okay. So I wanted to look at the players that are doing well with under 10% ownership to see whether you would genuinely consider putting them in your team. Okay. So just a yay, nay, or just a yay or a nay.
Yay, nay, yay, maybe, maybe.
Yeah, definitely, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So of the players that are in form ish, I've got the whole first page up. Cunha of Wolves.
Nay.
Okay, fine. He scored 3 goals this season in a team that's had horrendous fixtures.
Still nay.
Team bottom of the league.
Okay, fine.
And who have Brighton next away? No, thank you.
Okay, excuse me for saying this, but Facundo Buonanotte?
I'll give that a may.
Is that
2 goals and an assist in his last 3 games?
Has him impressed? Yeah, he's impressed.
Yeah, I'd be a possible yay on that. You know, he's in my son's team and he's racking in the points for them, and he's got Nottingham Forest at home next. Be half tempted. How much is he?
£5 million, 1.2% ownership.
Definitely a punch out.
They've got good fixtures coming up: Forest, Ipswich, Man United.
Yeah, I'd be tempted.
Yeah, like it.
Okay, Liam Delap.
Nay.
Yeah, I think Ipswich are just, when you lose at home to Everton, then it's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah.
They start. I think we all kind of got excited and we all bought in Greaves and Twanzebe, double Ipswich defence.
Well,
this is a good idea.
I mean, some of us are still remaining loyal to Lee Davis, hoping that those stats from last season are going to start bearing some fruit at some point.
It's not the Championship, mate.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No.
Again, got good fixtures: Brentford, Leicester, Spurs, Man United, Forest, Palace, Bournemouth, Wolves. He's only 5.7. No, he's 5.2. He's 5.2. No, he is 5.7. He's gone up.
I'll tell you what a roller coaster of emotions.
Okay, right. With 2 goals already this season, multiple clean sheets, still looks like he can't kick a football properly. Michael Keane.
Yeah, it's
4.1 million. He plays Fulham, Saints, West Ham next.
I mean, some nice games, but it's still not for me. I mean, yes, it was a good goal on Saturday, but I still think he's terrible.
Do you?
Also, one letter away from being the film star Michael Caine.
or Harry.
No. Well, no,
Two
that'd be
letters.
there'd be a lot of letters, wouldn't it?
Oh, I see. Right, because I
Yeah.
forgot the first name was Michael. I thought he just meant his surname. Yeah. The next player is one letter away from being an electronics manufacturer, and that is Son, and 5.9% ownership. 5.9% ownership. If you are looking at getting a bit of cash in the bank, I didn't realize how old he is. He's like 32.
Yeah, indeed.
But 9.8 million. If you're looking at downgrading Salah because he's got tricky fixtures ahead, Arsenal this weekend, considering he's been injured, he looked fantastic at the weekend against a very poor West Ham team. They've got Palace, Villa, and Ipswich next. I'm considering him. I am considering getting Son in.
Do you know what's their fixtures like?
I just told you, but that's fine. I'll go again. Palace, Villa, Ipswich. Then they've got Man City. Then they've got Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea. So
it is tempting. I do need to get Diaz out.
For attacking players at the moment, I don't think it really matters about their fixtures because everyone's conceding goals.
Yeah, I'd agree. But what are his fixtures? Yeah.
That's it. I put up with your flaming bacon and eggs. I put up with your flaming vacuum cleaner. I will not have you treating me like a child. Is that clear? Now get out.
I would like to one day. We've used that sound clip a lot. I would like to see the original visuals that go with that at some point.
What, of Al Stewart?
Yeah.
I used to be really scared of Elsa, his wife. And then didn't she turn into a ghost at some point?
Very briefly, mate. Yeah.
Was she dead at that point, or was he imagining she was dead? You can never tell. But yeah, she put me on edge.
Yeah,
she was dead.
Elsa
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
Elsa, you calling her Elsa? I thought she was Elsa.
Spell Elsa.
Yeah,
difficult. Not sure.
Yeah, crucially not Elsa. Anyway, so Son, boys, what are you thinking?
Well, tempted because I need to get Diaz out.
Yeah, he is 1.8 million more than Diaz.
I think I've got the money.
All right, okay. No one likes to show off.
I think it's a nay for me. I think there are cheaper options. I think Maddison and Johnson and Kulusevski all cheaper, and I don't see the gap between Son and the others that maybe existed previously.
Okay, Maddison is cheaper, but he's also deeper. He's playing a deep lying role that allows Solanke, Son, and Johnson to push on. So it's the first time I've owned Maddison in a long time because I've never forgiven him for so many years of hurt. But having seen the first half before he got subbed off as a tactical move, which seemingly worked, which does worry me as a Maddison owner. They played a lot better without him. Yeah, I would. Yeah, you could go. There's going to be so much money floating around because there will be people, even before the Saints game. I bet you tons of people have transferred out Erling Haaland. Surely they're going to be doing that. You know what people are like.
Well, I think a bit like Mike, everyone's probably looked at the fact they're playing Southampton next and will be holding on for one more week. That's probably certainly the case for me.
29,000 people have transferred him out already.
Yowzers.
They play Southampton, Bournemouth and Brighton next. 3 higher lines of defence you will struggle to find. It proper plays into his hands.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you're talking him up, Mike. Now you're talking him up.
Just for these 3 games, lads, and I'll be ditching him again.
Okay, fine. Kulusevski was incredible against West Ham. Was also incredible in his previous fixture, against Man United. And actually was really good against Brighton, but they still lost that game. I love him. It's nice to see a ginger do well.
Yeah, he's back to his best, isn't he? He looked really, really good at the weekend, like I say, playing a poor West Ham. But yeah, I would definitely be tempted. Again,
who would you say is the most successful redhead of all time?
Mick Hucknall.
Yeah, I took the words right out of my mouth to quote Meatloaf, who wasn't a redhead.
Sorry, who have you gone for?
Mick Hucknall.
Hucknall.
I think it's hard to disagree. With that.
Oh, I mean, you're completely forgetting about Scylla in all this.
Or Paul Scholes.
Yeah, or Nicole Kidman. I mean, come on.
Or Mick
Isla
Hucknall.
Isla Fisher.
Jeanette Cranky. I mean, yeah.
Lindsay Lohan. And didn't you have a thing for Lindsay Lohan for?
Who didn't? Who didn't?
Yes, I'd say we were all aboard that train.
Were you aboard that train, Mike? She's old enough to be your daughter.
Right, brilliant. I mean, yes. Also old enough to be my girlfriend.
Well,
Or
now
mistress.
she is.
Yes.
Now it would be fine.
Moving swiftly on.
Well, no, hold on. When was I allowed to have a crush on her?
I don't
Bear
know.
with me, please. Lindsay Lohan.
When was I allowed to have a crush on her? It's a bad start to any peace interview.
Hey, she's 5 years younger than me. Perfectly acceptable. Perfectly acceptable. Yes, I know I look about 25 years older than her, but there's only a 5-year gap.
Yeah. When was I allowed to have a crush on her? Right. Okay. Everton forward Iliman and Dye has, 1.2% ownership. He cost 5.4 million. He scored 2 in his last 4.
It's a May, specifically with his fixtures in mind. Fulham, Southampton, West Ham, Brentford, Man United, Wolves. His next 6.
Really? I just don't want to go near Everton. Near Everton is the problem for me. Which is the same issue with Ashley. I like a booking Young. Not for me, thank you. Fair play to Ashley Young. He has only 2 bookings this season so far. But
not for me.
Not a big fan of that. No thanks. But he is 4.5 million, and Everton do keep clean sheets. They've got it in their locker. Kovacic of City.
No.
Move on.
Like a horse and neigh.
Right, same price as in Die, and probably only in this form table because I'm going up the form table. So getting towards the better players and the more informed players. But he did get 18 points against Ipswich because he got a goal and 3 assists. But Mikel Antonio.
Nay.
Trap. Always. He's a trap for me. He's always one I've had and has never done anything.
He always gets subbed off. Didn't you have him for that? He scored 4 goals for you at some point, Mike, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah. Good old days. But those days are long behind him, sadly.
Justin James.
Nay.
No.
Even though he's got Forest and Ipswich and Man United coming up.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm not jumping on Leicester defensive assets.
But he scored two goals against Arsenal. He got 10 points against Bournemouth.
No, come on.
No, not for me either.
Sorry, Phil, are you popping him in your team?
I can't afford a 4.6 million defender, Mike. Okay. I've got. Gosh, I'm not a millionaire.
Okay,
the crows.
It's Michael Caine.
Yeah. There's no way I can be. I can't have premium defenders like that. Not happening. Right, Dwight McNeil.
Oh dear, I just can't own Everton assets. I'm sorry.
You don't apologise. I mean, I'd love it if you did. It'd be fun.
No, not for me.
Fine. Right. Okay, Pickford. Oh, gosh, there's a lot of Everton here, but yeah. Don't trust me. I had Pickford. It's not fun. It's not fun.
No, I don't. No, I mean, look, they kept a clean sheet at the weekend, which was decent. But I look at those fixtures and I think there's, Fulham, Southampton, West Ham, Brentford. I think there's more opportunities for the attacking lads. So Ndiaye, McNeil, rather than a Pickford or a Michael Keane.
Okay, right. So I was watching the Arsenal game at home. So Mike, you might have more insight into this. Gabriel Martinelli, he didn't start the game because he had been travelling back from Brazil. Yada yada yada. I don't think at all Arteta likes Trossard. He is a liability. He got sent off earlier in the season. He played that pass back, which got Saliba sent off. So I reckon Martinelli is fairly safe to start. Their next game is Liverpool. Well, their fixtures aren't great.
No, and that's why I've exited stage left with Saka and with Gabriel. Yeah, I've got both of those out. Yeah, I think of the two, he's the most likely to start for sure. And he's a very polite man as well. Both him and Gabriel Jesus, must be something about the name Gabriel. Whenever they came past me in the tunnel, pat me on the back and say, "Excuse me," and then squeeze past me.
What? Because you're always in the way.
Why did they whisper?
Well, I don't know. They still shout it, do they?
No,
Be a bit weird shouting it. Excuse me, you know.
Yeah.
With that, they'd be bundling past.
Oh dear.
It was just a polite, gentle, excuse me, little tap on the back, and through they came. Polite.
Okay, fine. Now, fixture-wise, after game week 9 isn't great for Brighton, but Jorginho Ruta is playing through the middle for Brighton. Welbeck is now injured. It doesn't look like a good injury, unfortunately, which is a real shame because he's in like the form of his career, isn't he, Danny
He's
Welbeck?
doing really well. Yeah,
You know, it's really sad.
He's now back to doing what he does best, and that's getting injured.
Yeah,
He is
but
made of glass.
yeah, it's sad. It's sad. So I've not spoken about Welbeck, but Jorginho Ruta is a midfielder on the game at 5.5 million. He's going to be playing up front for Brighton.
Is he, or is Evan Ferguson going to come in?
Oh, Evan Ferguson. I don't actually think Evan Ferguson's very good.
I don't think he exists, does he? Where's he been?
He's not very good, Evan Ferguson. And yes, he'll score this weekend because I've just said that. But I don't.
Clip it. Someone clip it.
Yeah, I just don't see it really. No, not for me. Whereas Jorginho Ruta is 0.4% ownership, 5.5 million, midfielder on the game, playing up front for a team that like to play attacking football. And their fixtures are not fantastic. They've got Wolves this week, then they've got Liverpool, then they've got Man City before playing Bournemouth, Southampton, and Fulham. But if you were buying him in for 5.5 million, you might be able to bench him for a couple of weeks if you didn't want him playing against Liverpool and City.
You've convinced me. He's my punt.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay,
fine. Be like that.
Yep.
Then you got Johnson at Spurs.
It's a May. I quite like their fixtures.
Yeah, first time we banked in 7 game weeks, I think.
Crystal Palace, Villa, Ipswich, the next 3. Crucially, that Villa game is home. Yeah, I don't mind him. I don't mind him at all.
Yeah, the net transfers in last game week of over 500,000 people.
I've actually got a Spurs correspondent with me here in the live studio audience. Paul, Brennan Johnson as a fantasy football asset. Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, good shout. But Dejan Kulusevski is the best midfielder in Europe at the moment, statistically.
There you go. You hear that, boys? Kulusevski, the best midfielder in Europe statistically. And that's why I've got these guys here. He's doing that whilst playing Pac-Man. And eating a blackjack. What a guy. So yeah, Kulusevski would be the pick.
Okay. Raul Jimenez has got he's got attacking returns in his last 5 games, and that includes games against Newcastle and Man City and Villa.
We are seeing the Jimenez of old, and he scored on international duty for Mexico last week as well. Next 4 games: Everton, Brentford, Palace, Wolves. I like it.
Fulham is sponsored by SBO Top, as we know.
Yeah,
and he could be top of your list to bring in this week.
How much does he play?
5.7 million. He's got an ownership of just 7.7.
That is some lovely value right there.
It really is.
Decent player. Really decent player. Yeah, I'd definitely be tempted, especially when I've got the likes of Calvert-Lewin around the same price up front. Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And it's a good news story. I mean, the poor guy nearly lost his head. That was a horrible injury he had. So, I mean, yeah, could have died. I mean, it was awful. I mean, if you lose your head, statistically speaking, you are likely to die. So, anyway.
It does tend to go that way.
Yeah. But, I'm really happy for him.
Unless you're the pink thing on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Krang.
Yeah.
Krang.
Which case you
just
survive.
respawn. Yeah.
I'm irritated that I knew Krang, yet can't really remember what I did yesterday. So, yeah. I mean,
you're
Krang,
not even 40 yet. This is worrying.
Yeah.
I mean, you're older than Lindsay Lohan.
Am I?
Yeah.
No, you said she's 5 years younger than you.
38.
She's 38.
Yeah.
Wow, we're old, Phil.
Hang on. You're more than that. You're more than 43, aren't you?
Look,
dear.
what's a year or two between friends? Let's crack on.
Exactly. Well, no, let's just yeah. Thank you. Thank you and good day. So she's not 5 years younger than you, which means roll back to the previous conversation and
She's 6 years younger than me. At what age was it inappropriate for me to like her? I liked her when she was in Herbie.
well, she was really young then. I'm sure she was.
No, she wasn't. She was old enough to drive a car.
Herbie fully loaded. Right, she was.
I can't believe we've gone
So
here.
this is 2005. So when she filmed it, must have been 2004.
No, 2005 was when
So
the film came out.
20 years
18,
ago.
17,
I was
18.
25. She was 20. Perfectly appropriate.
18. I'm making that.
Okay, in which case I was 23. Fine. Play on, player.
Is it fine in America?
Yes.
Oh dear, are we really going here?
It's a great film. It's a great.
It's an
film.
okay film, I'd say.
And if you Google because you're under pressure of speed, Herbie Fully Lost it still gives you the results.
That's terrific news.
Just so you know. Yeah. Anyway, it had the guy who looks like Chatty from Happy Days in it.
Also had Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
He's only a few letters away from being Michael Keane.
The guy that looks like Chachi from Happy Days you're thinking of is Justin Long.
There you go. Thank you.
The
The last player, the most
46.
informed.
Sorry, carry on.
See, that would have been age appropriate, Mike.
Well, hold on. He's older than me, and wasn't he romantically linked to her in the film?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Right. So what's the issue here now?
Because it's acting. You know, it's probably just
Maybe Mike was acting.
We're all in the biz called show. Crack on.
Okay. So the last one on under 10% owned players who are in form is James Maddison. It's a bit of a worry.
As a trap.
Yeah,
Well,
I still believe he is a trap. I've got him. If I didn't own him, there's no way on earth after seeing him subbed off and then Spurs transforming into a fantastic team second half that I would want to bring him in. You've got to be wary that he's not going to play now, right?
Does feel that way.
The next fixture is Palace away.
I mean, Sarr sort of changed the game from there, didn't he? When he came on at half time, like you say, and they were so much better with him on the pitch. So, yeah, I would. That would be a definite nay for me. Thank you very much.
Have you got him, man? Because you love him.
I do love him, but no, I've not got him.
That is a shame.
Sorry
I was
about
hoping that you might be in the same boat as me, having to flog him.
No,
he's not in form, and nor is the team he plays for. But I would love to have a run with Jared Bowen one day.
West Ham do look pretty awful this season, though, mate. They've got Man United at home next, though.
Yeah, but they look awful. Yet he still had returns of 8, 5, 5, and 12 amongst his
Imagine if he was playing in a good team.
Oh, I know. I feel for him. Isn't he? He's something to do with Danny Dyer, isn't he? He's like son-in-law of Danny Dyer these days.
Yeah. Fact.
Yes, married to female Danny Dyer.
What? He's named his daughter Danny Dyer.
Correct.
Seems a bit foolhardy, but what who am I to say? Really.
Boys, we're running slightly short of time today. Do we want to quickly go through the fixtures?
Go on.
Not interested.
Run them through, Ant. Run them through.
Read them, Ant. Read them out. Read them. Do your thing.
Okay.
Just read.
Just read.
Okay. Friday night, boys. Leicester at home to Forest. Saturday, Villa at home.
Oh,
to
the
Bournemouth.
wood chopper.
Do you remember just letting him read?
I've got wood chopper to watch tonight when I'm in bed, and I've got the wood chopper to watch on Friday. This is exciting.
I'm at him first game.
Also, I'm at Wembley watching England Germany on Friday.
Oh wow! Yeah. Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Saturday, Villa, Bournemouth, Brentford, Ipswich, Brighton home to Wolves, Man City at home to Southampton. What a game to finish on Saturday, live on Sky. Everton at home to Fulham. Oh dear.
That's why you want your Jimenez.
Yeah. Sunday, 4 games: Chelsea, Newcastle, Palace, Spurs, West Ham, and United, and actually a decent game to end the weekend, boys. Arsenal at home to Liverpool.
Palace, Spurs, and West Ham United? Palace playing both of them?
Yeah, why not? West Ham at home to Manchester United. Palace at home to Spurs.
Oh, okay.
What you've done there, Phil, at the outset there is you've confused me by saying that you're watching England-Germany, which perhaps it's not appropriate for me to say, but it does often confuse me when people like you and indeed Sky Sports will put scorelines up on the telly for games I assume are men's game, and maybe that makes me a misogynist. And I get excited because I think, oh, that's a good game. I'll go watch that, and then it's the WSL.
Yeah, it is. England's women's team. It should be good though. Should be good. We're taking the team.
Nice, be good.
Well, I'm not taking. I'm not the driver, but I'll be on the bus. With
the team, to be clear, is your daughter's under 11 girls football team.
Yeah.
Again, so, details, all quite helpful.
Could have been any team.
Who's your punt?
Okay.
John Stones for me, boys. John Stones.
Love that.
Yeah,
Love
why
that.
not?
Okay.
Goal scoring form. Get on the train.
Yeah, nice.
They are home to Southampton, by the way. Just to throw it out there.
No, that's good.
What happened to like João Felix and stuff? What happened to him? He's not my punt, but
still there, mate.
What happened to Mike picking my captain?
I think I'll have. Mike. Jorginho. I'm going to have Jorginho Rutter.
And pick your 5 players.
Okay, so you can pick from. Let me just get my team up. Hang on a minute.
Who's your punt, Mike?
My punt is Jorginho Rutter.
Oh, I've just said that.
No, I'd already claimed that earlier in the show.
Okay, I better find
you can
5 players, please.
You can pick from Tillemans,
Cole
Palmer.
Yeah. Tillemans.
Keep it coming.
Thank you. Haaland.
Yeah.
Solanke. Or Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, well, let's hope for a bit of DCL action. Here we go then. I'll click to spin and I'll share the screen. Share screen.
I don't think your share screen works, Mike, because you've just...
There we go. And it is on DCL.
Oh, there it is.
Of course, that wasn't made that way. Yeah, interesting. Because that was random.
It was absolutely random.
Yes, no, I was confirming there wasn't any sarcasm in that whatsoever.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Well, here we go. He's due a goal, so there we go, boys.
Did sound like there was sarcasm in your...
No, I don't think you know me, mate. No, there's no sarcasm there at all.
Okay. I don't really know who I'm going to have as a punt. So, yeah, I haven't really got time right now.
I mean, you've just listed a whole load of players that are low ownership.
Yeah, but not under 2%. They're not under 2%.
Pick one that's under 2%. A lot of them are. Right,
I'll go for... I know who I'll go for. I'll go for this man.
Oh, home to Bournemouth, of course.
Yep, Pau Torres.
Well, thanks, lads. Absolute pleasure. If a little rushed, apologies. Apologies for the hustle bustle in the background here today.
I think if we had spent less time analysing whether you were legally allowed to be interested in Lindsay Lohan,
you started that, and clearly I was.
I think Ant started it, but yeah, fine.
I think I did, but thanks anyway. Well, boys.
Okay. All right,
bye. Pleasure as always. Have a good week.
Bye now. Boys, I was